and he yanks my head back, and he's, I don't know, smacking my face or moving my face, and he's got me by the hair, and he's,
On May 23, 2016, Amber Heard filed for divorce from Johnny Depp, citing physical abuse as one of the reasons she had to go through the divorce. And thus began a long chain of events that would eventually lead most of the world to conclude that Amber Heard was a pathological liar. Amber Heard didn't just vaguely accuse her husband Johnny Depp of physically assaulting her, she also described incidences where Depp had assaulted her. In retrospect, she probably shouldn't have done that, as it made her lies easier to debunk. Once Amber Heard got the ball of divorce rolling, it seemed nearly implausible that she wouldn't be found out for her numerous lies. Whether she knew that and decided to do it anyway is still a matter up for debate. However, in this video, we'll be looking specifically at the lies Amber Heard has told and the celebrities who've managed to call her out on them. Get ready, this is about to get a bit star-studded. But before we dive into the video, please smash the like and subscribe buttons. Have you done that? Great! Let's dive in. When Amber Heard first came out with her allegations, the tide of public opinion was seriously against Johnny Depp. She had obvious bruises on her face, and she'd managed to get a restraining order against Depp. To many, that was the only evidence they needed. Depp was whatever Heard called him, and there was nothing he could do about it. But that wave wasn't to last too long. Soon, she began to make mistakes about her narration, and her lies slowly began to unravel. First off, she described an incident that couldn't have taken place. She claimed that Depp slapped her and pulled out clumps of her hair while dragging her through their apartment, then repeatedly punched her in the head. However, the nurse who cared for her afterwards noted no bruises on her, and the bleeding on her lips may have been caused from her biting her lips. Another damning revelation against Heard came when her assistant testified that some of the testimonies that Heard submitted were a fictional retelling of the assistant's own story. Such huge lies told everyone what they wanted to know. Amber Heard wasn't being entirely honest. Thankfully, these revelations also spurred celebrities to speak up, and the first to do so was Vanessa Paradis, who immediately came to Depp's defense. In her words, she said, "I have known Johnny for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 years, and we raised our 2 children together. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father." She added, "He was never violent or abusive to me." She continued with, "I cannot wrap my head around Heard's accusations. He was never violent towards me. He was never abusive at all towards me." Next was Winona Ryder, who'd been Depp's partner for some time. She filed a declaration in the Virginia defamation case, stating that she cannot believe Johnny would ever commit an act of domestic violence. In her statement, she said, "I am aware of the violence allegations that have been made public for the past few years by Johnny Depp's ex-wife, Amber Heard. I knew Johnny very well years ago. We were together as a couple for 4 years, and I counted him as my best friend and as close to me as family. I count our relationship as one of the more significant relationships of my life. I understand that it is very important that I speak from my own experience." These words must have surely come as a deep comfort to Depp. Thankfully, these 2 celebs weren't the only ones speaking. Penelope Cruz also came to Depp's defense, stating that she has seen him in many situations and he was always so kind and loving. Here's what she said in full. "I've seen Johnny in so many situations and he is always kind to everyone around. He is one of the most generous people I know." She didn't end it there either. She continued with, "During 6 months of my pregnancy, I spent every single day with him while we shot Pirates of the Caribbean. My husband and I will never forget the sweetness and protection and kindness he treated me with during every single step of that process." Javier Bardem also came to Depp's aid and was very vocal in denouncing Heard and her lies. "I love Johnny. He has always been a true gentleman and an extremely generous and caring friend to my family and myself," he said. I not only love Johnny but respect him deeply. I thank him for being the free and careless little boy he is in his art, and the mature and loving man he is in the lives of others. Always there when we need him. I love Johnny because he is a good human being, trapped in the lies and manipulations of toxic beings, yet smiling and loving us all despite of it," he continued. Yikes, Barnum is not taking any prisoners and doesn't believe the accusations that Heard has leveled against his friend. Good for him. However, the staunchest support Depp got was from his friend and comic Doug Stanhope. Stanhope was very critical about Heard from the beginning and wrote an article where he called all of Heard's claims rubbish. At the time, people were very critical of him, but it turns out that what he wrote may just have an iota of truth. According to him, Depp got used, manipulated, set up and made to look like an a-hole. And he saw it coming and didn't or couldn't do anything to stop it. That's as damaging testimony against Amber Heard as anything. Will more celebrities speak up against her in the future? No one knows, but we know that this saga is very far from being over. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons. Goodbye and stay safe.